Hi, welcome to part 1 of my review featuring Battle Century G. This tabletop RPG is a love letter to all mecha, anime and manga, video games, all of that. If you like Gundam, if you like Macross, if you like Evangelion, you're going to love this tabletop RPG. Now let's take a look at the quality of the PDF. The quality is great. Everything is well written, organized and explained. The art is appropriate for the theme, for the style. However, there isn't too many of it. This could be considered both a positive and a negative. The positive is that this document is kept at pretty modest price. It's 312 pages. So if it had a lot more art, it would be more expensive. But some may prefer more art to become inspired. Personally, I think it is fine as it is. The document is fully bookmarked, so it's going to be very easy for you to navigate your way through the entire document. So overall, I would say that the quality is great. Now let's talk about the contents. So what is Battle Century G? The introduction gives you everything that you need to know about tabletop RPGs. It's not the best of introductions, that is, don't expect something extraordinary. It's just there to get normies into tabletop RPGs. But you also have an explanation of the mecha genre, and I think this is really good. Even though it is brief, if someone is just getting started with anime and manga, video games, etc., this explanation will provide further nuances about the genre. You also have information on what is expected of this tabletop RPG. It is quite honest. For example, Battle Century G is very good at simulating giant robot fiction and other similarly styled action stories, using it as a generic streamlined mecha system that is easily adapted to any kind of game. Gameplay emphasizes both a smooth flow of narrative and tactical gameplay, balancing character options so that all player characters are competent pilots of an equal power level. This has been a problem in other tabletop RPGs that focus on mecha. It is not a huge deal, but some people dislike it that you need to have a specific character build for your character to be sufficiently competent. However, as always, roleplay solves everything, and I think that Battle Century G embraces this concept. However, Battle Century G is not very good at detailed mecha customization, or gameplay focusing on the players having narrative control rather than about the actions of the characters themselves. It also doesn't contain many tables and charts of randomized effects, and it doesn't have a system for standalone adventures. You can have your one-shots and your standalone adventures, of course, but it's more suitable for an ongoing series or campaign. It is recommended that you play this tabletop RPG with at least 3 players. And you play this tabletop RPG with 10-sided dice, at least one 10-sided die for each person. In this role-playing game, each player will control an individual player character, and all of them have mecha to ride into battle. A typical session represents an episode divided into scenes, and a typical game session is structured so that there is some plot, some character development, and then giant robot fights, not necessarily in that order. When compared to other mecha tabletop RPGs or even mech tabletop RPGs, Battle Century G stands out by combining 3 principles: big heroes, fast pacing, and dramatic plays. This means that the characters are badasses. They are the most competent heroes. When it comes to fast pacing, the sessions are focused around a certain celerity of motion, putting over-the-top actions over realism. And concerning dramatic plays, every player character in Battle Century G has a variety of moves to change failures into successes, buff a super attack, interrupt enemy actions, and more. This introductory section of the book contains a solid setting glossary and an example of gameplay. However, I think the example is good, but there are several out-of-character side conversation moments that would pull you out of the immersive experience that Battle Century G can provide. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part, we are going to talk about playing the game. I think this introductory section is really nice. It gives you everything that you need to know about this tabletop RPG, including details on how to use the book, the information concerning each chapter. I also think that the glossary is excellent, very solid, for you to lean on if you have any questions or doubts about the game system. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. This has been Abraham El Jaguar, a professional game master. If you want me to run a game for you, please check out the pinned comment below. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you, and see you later.